Hey, welcome back. So, the story of Fionn takes place in the Fenian cycle of Irish mythology. It starts when Cumhaill, the leader of the Fianna, falls in love with Myrna, but her father Tig disapproves. So Cumhaill just kidnaps Myrna, and then Tig gets the help of the High King of Ireland to fight the Fianna. This conflict ends when Cumhaill is killed by Morna, but Myrna is already pregnant, so Tig, her father, thinks that she should be burned alive, but the High King intervenes and places her under his protection because he's not evil. Myrna then gives her child, who she names Demne, to her aunt Bomel and Leah Lucra. Demne is raised in secrecy, as if people knew he was the son of the famous Cumhaill, leader of the Fianna, they would kill him. So how does he get the name Fionn McCool if his name is Demne? Mac means son of, and Cumhaill is cool, son of Cumhaill, but Fionn means fair or light-haired, and he is not fair or light-haired. So how does he become fair or light-haired? Well, there's a few stories on it, and the story that I first heard about it from my history teacher was that one day he was climbing Slieve Gullion in County Armagh. He gets to the top, and there he meets a crying woman who says that she lost her ring at the bottom of this bottomless lake. And Demne is like, I'll get your ring. He swims to the bottom of this bottomless lake, gets the ring, and then when he returns to the woman, she is an old woman called the Kyloch, who was explained to me as the Irish Jack Frost. Anyway, she steals his youth and then runs away. So Demne chases her down and gets his youth back, but his hair stays the same color. So that's why he's called Fionn. So this next story is when Fionn is training under this guy, Finnegas, who is trying to capture the Salmon of Knowledge, which grants hidden knowledge. Now, the Salmon of Knowledge is supposedly located in the River Boyne, and he captures the Salmon of Knowledge while Fionn is there, I should say, and then gives it to Fionn to cook. And while Fionn is cooking it, he burns his thumb on it, and then sucks his thumb to ease the pain, meaning he has consumed the Salmon of Knowledge, and now can invoke Tenumleda, or hidden knowledge, meaning that whenever he sucks his thumb, whatever knowledge he is looking for will be revealed to him. Finnegas comes back, sees what's happened, and is like, you can eat the whole thing now, it's okay, and Fionn does. Fionn eats the whole thing. Honestly, I think this is on Finnegas. You know, he's been searching for the Salmon of Knowledge for years and then leaves as soon as he gets it. This is his fault. Finnegas is also the one to give Fionn McCool the name Fionn. Fionn unlists under several kings, but they all figure out he's the son of Cumhaill, so he has to leave, until eventually he's like, I'm going to join the Fianna, the group his dad was the leader of. The Fianna are also sometimes called the Fenians, a name later adopted by the Irish Republican Brotherhood and the Irish Republican Army. Now the Fianna are somewhat of a police force for the High King. They travel around the country, catching criminals, and they will fight for the High King. Anyway, Fionn wants to join them, but the leader of the Fianna is Morna, the guy who killed Cumhaill, Fionn's dad. But the High King is like, you can join the Fianna if you kill this fairy who keeps showing up every Samhain, putting us to sleep with his music, and then burning down my stronghold. What's Samhain, I hear you ask? It's the origin of Halloween. Anyway, how is Fionn going to kill this fairy? Well, he inherited a magic bag from his dad, the crane skin bag. It can only be opened at high tide, but one of the things in this bag is a flaming spear, which Fionn holds in front of him so that when he is put to sleep, he will lean forward and burn himself to wake up. And this works, and then he fights and kills the fairy. So Gul McMorna sees this and he's like, you can be the new leader now. You're so cool. Which is pretty impressive. Like, he just became the leader of the group his dad was the leader of, and no nepotism was involved. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, next story. Fionn is out hunting with his dogs, who are also his nephews that have been magically transformed into dogs, and their names are Bran and Skolin. Anyway, they encounter this deer who his dogs refuse to kill. So he leads the deer back into his house, as you do, and she turns into a woman named Sive, who explains that she was turned into a deer by Far Dorka, meaning Dark Man, who is a member of the Tuatha De Danann. Anyway, Fionn and Sive get married, until one day where Sive sees Fionn outside, telling her to come outside. She leaves the house and is turned back into a deer because it was actually Far Dorka. Then Fionn returns, can't find Sive, searches the forest and doesn't find her, but does find a baby who he names Uiscin. And Uiscin is pretty cool. He grows up and he goes to Tir na Nog, the land of the young. Thing is, when he goes to Tir na Nog, he doesn't age, and when he leaves Tir na Nog, although it had only been a short time for him, hundreds of years have passed since he left, and everyone he knows is dead. Then he tries to help someone who's fallen over, and he falls off his horse, and as soon as he touches the ground, he ages those hundreds of years and dies. So cheery. Anyway, next story. This is when Fionn was kind of rewritten as a giant, and he's in a feud with the Scottish giant Benedonner. So he starts to build the Giant's Causeway to fight him. But then he realizes Benedonner's size and freaks out. But his wife, this is a different wife to Sive, his wife says it's okay and disguises him as a baby. And then Benedonner drops by Fionn's house and sees this adult-sized baby and goes, whoa, if this is the size of Fionn's child, how large is he? And then Fionn bites Benedonner's finger, and Benedonner's like, if this is the power of his child, how powerful is he? So Benedonner leaves on the Giant's Causeway, because he's freaking out about how powerful Fionn is. He leaves on the Giant's Causeway and destroys it as he leaves, so that Fionn can't chase him. Okay, so next story. Fionn is older now, and he's getting married to Grania. But Grania does not like Fionn. She likes Dermot, who is a member of the Fianna. So they run away together, and Fionn chases after them with the Fianna, but Angus Og, Dermot's foster father, hides them. And after some years they reconcile, and they go hunting. And during this hunting, Dermot encounters a boar, who he thinks he can kill, but the boar ends up mauling him. Fionn then kills the boar, but Dermot is severely wounded. And Fionn has the power that anyone who drinks water from his hands will be magically healed. I don't know if this has anything to do with the Salmon of Knowledge. I don't know. But anyway, he allows the water to slip through his hands each time, because he is still angry at Dermot. And then his grandson, Oster, shows up, and he threatens violence if Dermot is not healed. So Fionn goes to heal him, but it's too late, and Dermot dies. Which is definitely Fionn's fault. This is on him. But anyway, how does Grania respond to this? Well, it's unclear. In some versions, she marries Fionn, and in others, she swears vengeance, which are two different things, definitely. So yeah, that's that. How does Fionn die? What happens to him? Is it violent like Cumhaill? No, he's actually fine. He's under a hill somewhere, and when the hunting horn of the Fianna is sounded 3 times, he will return to fight for Ireland along with the Fianna. Which is concerning, because returning in our time of greatest need. If that hasn't happened yet, what's to come? It's gonna be terrible. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.